Eid is a time of family, gratitude, and tradition. But imagine a future where artificial intelligence plays a major role in our celebrations. AI-powered Quran recitations, virtual iftar gatherings, even automated Zakat distribution. Is this a step forward for Muslims or a threat to our values? Today, we're diving into the role of AI in ul-Fitr and whether it aligns with Islamic principles. Technology is advancing at a rapid pace, and AI is becoming part of every aspect of our lives, from how we work to how we worship. But as Muslims, we have a unique responsibility to ensure that technology enhances our faith rather than replaces it. In this video, we'll explore how AI is shaping Eid celebrations, how it aligns with Islamic teachings, and whether we should embrace or be cautious about its role in our religious traditions. Eid is more than just a festival. It's a deeply spiritual time that reminds us of gratitude, generosity, and human connection. But in a world increasingly driven by technology, there's a real question. Can AI truly preserve the essence of Eid, or will it change the way we celebrate forever? Some argue that AI can enhance our religious experience, making Islamic practices more accessible and efficient. Others worry that relying on AI could lead to a loss of human connection, something central to our faith. So, let's break it down. How exactly is AI being integrated into our Eid celebrations, and does it align with Islamic values? AI and Eid celebrations, a new era. One of the most significant aspects of Eid morning is listening to the beautiful recitation of the Quran. Today, AI-powered Quran recitation apps use machine learning to improve pronunciation and provide translations in real time. These tools are especially helpful for new Muslims or those struggling with Arabic. But the question arises, should we rely on AI for our Quran recitation? Or does it take away from the spiritual effort of learning? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized the importance of personally engaging with the Quran. In a hadith, he said, "The best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it." Sahih al-Bukhari. AI can be a learning tool, but it should never replace the human effort to understand and internalize the Quran. AI and Zakat and charity distribution. A step towards fairness? Eid is a time of giving, and Zakat is an essential part of it. Traditionally, Zakat is given directly to those in need, ensuring personal connection and sincerity. However, AI-powered systems are now being used to analyze poverty levels, track donations, and distribute Zakat efficiently. For example, AI can identify struggling families in remote areas that may not be reached by traditional means. This aligns with the Islamic principle of fairness and justice, as Allah commands in the Quran. Indeed, Allah commands you to render trust to whom they are due, and when you judge between people to judge with justice. Surah An-Nisa 458. But there's also a concern. Does removing the personal element of giving make it less meaningful? When we donate through an app without knowing the recipient, do we lose the sincerity of our intention? Virtual Eid gatherings, connecting or isolating, with AI-driven virtual reality. Some families are now celebrating Eid in digital spaces, especially those living in different countries. AI-generated avatars allow people to interact as if they're in the same room, creating a futuristic version of Eid gatherings. While this sounds exciting, it raises an important question. Can virtual celebrations ever replace real human interaction? The Prophet, peace be upon him, encouraged personal visits and physical gatherings, saying, "Do not cut ties with one another. Do not turn away from one another. Do not hate one another. Do not envy one another. Be, O slaves of Allah, brothers." Sahih Muslim. Technology should bring us closer, but it should never replace the warmth of real human connections. As AI continues to evolve, the biggest question for Muslims isn't whether we should use it, but how much we should rely on it. This is where things become complicated. On one hand, Islam encourages seeking knowledge and using tools that make our lives easier. On the other hand, our faith is built on sincerity, personal effort, and human connection. So where do we draw the line between AI being a helpful tool and AI becoming a replacement for essential parts of our Islamic life? This is not just a theoretical discussion. It's a real concern that affects our worship, our relationships, and even our spiritual sincerity. Let's break it down. AI-powered Quran recitation. Is it helping or hindering us? AI-generated Quran recitations are becoming more advanced, with software that can perfect pronunciation, provide detailed translations, and even personalized learning based on a user's reading level. Some Muslims find this incredibly helpful, especially those who struggle with tajweed or don't have access to a teacher. But here's the issue. If AI makes it too easy, Will people stop putting the effort to learn the Quran properly? Islam is a faith of action and intention. Reading the Quran with sincerity, even with mistakes, is more valuable than hearing a perfect AI-generated voice with no personal engagement. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The one who recites the Quran and struggles in doing so, finding it difficult, will have a double reward." Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. This hadith tells us that struggling to read the Quran isn't a weakness, it's a sign of sincerity. If AI removes that struggle, are we losing out on spiritual rewards? AI in Islamic learning, a double-edged sword. AI tutors can now answer Islamic questions, explain hadiths, and even generate Friday sermons. While this can be beneficial for spreading knowledge, it raises concerns. Will people start relying on AI for religious rulings instead of consulting qualified scholars? Islamic knowledge isn't just about information. It's about wisdom and understanding. A human scholar considers context, emotions, and real-life experiences before giving a fatwa. An AI, no matter how advanced, lacks the spiritual insight and human empathy needed for such decisions. The Quran reminds us, "Ask the people of knowledge if you do not know." Surah An-Nahl 16:43. The key word here is people, not machines. AI can be a tool for learning, but it cannot replace the wisdom of Islamic scholars. AI and human connection. Is technology bringing us closer or pulling us apart? Virtual Eid gatherings, a substitute for real togetherness? Eid is all about family and community. But today, some people celebrate in virtual reality using AI-powered avatars. This allows families separated by distance to feel as if they're together. But can a digital hug ever replace the warmth of a real embrace? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized the importance of human connection. He who severs the ties of kinship will not enter paradise. Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. This hadith reminds us that physical presence matters. Visiting family, sharing meals, and praying together, these are irreplaceable experiences. AI might help connect us digitally, but if it stops us from visiting our loved ones in real life, then it's a problem. AI in marriage and friendships, is a change in the way we interact? Some Muslims now turn to AI chatbots for companionship. AI-generated voices and personalities mimic human interactions, making people feel less lonely. But here's the danger. If people start forming emotional bonds with AI instead of real relationships, what happens to genuine human connection? Islam teaches us to build real friendships and seek companionship in marriage, not in artificial simulations. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The best of you are those who are best of their families." Sunan at-Tirmidhi. If AI starts replacing human relationships, we risk losing the very essence of social interaction. Technology should help us strengthen our relationships, not replace them. AI and Zakat and charity. Is it strengthening or weakening our intentions? Many Muslims today donate Zakat through AI-powered charity platforms. These platforms analyze poverty levels, automate donations, and ensure money reaches those in need. While this is efficient, it raises a serious question. Does automating charity weaken the sincerity behind it? The Quran tells us, "You will never achieve righteousness until you give from that which you love." Surah Al-Imran, 3 hours, 92 minutes. Giving charity isn't just about the transaction, it's about the intention. When we personally hand over charity, we feel the weight of our giving. If an AI system does everything for us, does it still carry the same spiritual value? The answer depends on our intention. If we use AI as a means to help more people, it's good. But if we use it to remove ourselves from the act of giving, it could weaken the sincerity of our worship. Can AI replace an imam or a mufti? Some mosques are experimenting with AI-generated khutbahs, sermons, and even AI-driven fatwa systems. The idea is that AI can quickly analyze Islamic texts and provide rulings. But can machine truly replace the spiritual guidance of an imam? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was not just a teacher. He was a leader, a counselor, and a source of emotional support. An AI might know every hadith, but it cannot understand human struggles the way a real imam can. Islam is not just about laws. It's about understanding and compassion. AI can assist in research, but it should never replace real scholars. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Indeed, the scholars are the inheritors of the prophets." Sunan Abu Dawud. No machine, no matter how advanced, can take on that role. At this point, we can see the clear dilemma. AI is neither completely good nor completely bad. It depends on how we use it. Islam encourages us to use beneficial tools, but also warns us against blindly following trends without considering the consequences. So, where do we draw the line? If AI enhances our worship without replacing personal effort, it's beneficial. AI can help with Quran learning, but it should not replace the human struggle of learning it ourselves. If AI connects us without replacing real human relationships, it's useful. Virtual Eid gatherings are helpful, but they should not replace visiting family in person. If AI makes religious knowledge accessible without replacing scholars, it's acceptable. AI can assist in Islamic research, but it should not replace the wisdom of real scholars. If AI helps automate charity without removing sincerity, it's a great tool. AI-based Zakat distribution is efficient, but it should not take away the personal intention behind giving. At the end of the day, the guiding principle is balance. AI should serve Islam. It should not change Islam. The Quran reminds us, and do not follow that of which you have no knowledge. Indeed, the hearing, the sight, and the heart, about all those one will be questioned. Surah Al-Isra 17:36. As Muslims, we have a responsibility to think before we adopt new technologies. We must ask ourselves, is AI strengthening our faith, or is it making us spiritually lazy? Technology is a tool, not a replacement for faith. If we keep that in mind, we can embrace AI while staying true to the core values of Islam. AI is here to stay, and its role in our religious celebrations will only grow. As Muslims, we must navigate this future with wisdom, ensuring that technology serves Islam rather than changes it. The key is balance, using AI as a tool while preserving the spiritual essence of our traditions. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, subscribe for more insights on AI and Islam.